So you want to sell to a certain specific audience. You have to always know who your audience is. It's virtually impossible for you to sell something if you don't know who you're selling to. And once you know that, you need to respect their wishes. You need to respect their language. For example, I'm a music teacher. I've always been obsessed with the idea of teaching professional and semi-professional drummers. I love that kind of engagement. I love the passion that they bring to the lessons, and I know that I have a lot to offer, not only because of my technical background, but also because of my business background. I can give them more tools for them to develop their careers. Now, I still teach younger students. I have teenager students. I have whatever, right? I teach younger students. What does that mean? It means that I have to understand their language. And I have to understand who my audience is, who my clients are. One of the things that I don't do is I don't swear on social media. Why? Because I know that it's important for parents and the students themselves to trust me. Now, full disclosure, when I'm teaching privately and I'm teaching a 20 or 21-year-old student, do I swear during my lessons? Of course. That's a grown-up. You know, we are talking to each other as grown-ups. If I'm teaching a 17, an 18, a 19-year-old, yes, of course, we are all grown-ups, and I will talk to them as such. But if I'm teaching a 12-year-old, will I do that? Of course not. You know what I'm saying? That's where I draw the line. And when speaking in public, that being social media, I will always engage with my audience as if I'm talking to my youngest student. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna speak to you as if you are a 10-year-old, but I will respect the fact that a lot of people, like myself actually, don't really find swearing in public that appealing. I'm one of those people. When I hear people doing that, it puts me off unless I understand who the audience is. For example, a very famous example, Gordon Ramsay. He swears a lot. He doesn't care. Why? Because his audience not only expects that from him, but also because it's just his appeal. He appeals to older people. Now, I don't know if you noticed, because I did. When he does MasterChef, he swears a lot less. And when he does MasterChef Junior, it's practically zero. There's almost no swearing at all. Another example, a bunch of guys like motivational speakers who swear, like Gary Vaynerchuk or Tony Robbins. Every now and then he drops the BS bomb, which is fine. Why? Their audience are businessmen, entrepreneurs, hustlers. I don't mind when I'm listening to Gary Vaynerchuk and he keeps dropping the F-bomb. I'm a grown-up, and I know that his audience are not 12-year-olds. So my audience is broader. So, and I want it I want that audience to stay that way, broad, very wide. So when I see people who have that kind of audience waiting to hear them, and then they swear, for example, or they speak to them as if they're dumb, or just a bunch of I don't know, it's just stupidifying the audience, I cringe, because it's not useful for anyone. It's harmful for you as a provider of a service. If you are a music teacher, be very careful with the way you engage with your audience, unless you literally refuse to engage with your clientele online, which I find ridiculous, but to each their own. For me, social media is only for that, for me to spread my work and to engage with you guys, like doing things like this. Be careful, know your audience, get to know them, get to know how they behave, and if you feel that, okay, if it makes sense to be a bit more informal, to be a bit more casual, to be a bit more grown up, go for it, of course. But read and learn who your audience is and then make that decision. Don't force half of your potential clients to run away because you engage with them in a way that puts them off. Think about that. Take care. Bye-bye.